What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we are going to be doing a bit of a spoiler, right? Just if you don't read the manga, Demon Slayer spoiler. So Zenitsu Flaming Thunder God. So it's kind of like a different attack that's in the manga. It's going to be in the anime eventually. I'm excited to see what that looks like. So it's kind of like full body and like lightning and all that stuff around him. So I'm on landscape paper, probably best on landscape to fit this in. Hit pause if I go too fast, move your hand and stuff, use a pencil. When I move my hand, hit pause, you know what I mean? Move your hand. Right, so let's go. So we start with his head, right? So his head is like upside down. So body sort of going this way, right? Leg and sword all, right? So we'll just sort of go for the head. So, right, so we'll just start like down here with the collar of his uniform. So we'll say, like, a bit of a curvy sort of line like that. And then this has got like white edges to it, sort of thing. And then this will come around again. So he's got like a white collar coming around this way. Easiest place to start, I think. Like that. And then he has a bit of his neck coming up towards his back there. So his head is like facing down. He's like all hunched over. So we've got like his body sort of, that's his neck. So his shoulders come around like that way, down to his leg. Okay. But we'll just do his hair and stuff here, right? So he's got these square hair sort of spikes. They're like that. And then one will come out here. His head like comes around all here, okay? So like say the back of his head comes out down to there. And then another one sort of sticking out here. Here. Then around. Just remember, like, hair moves and stuff like that. So you just want to sort of get them the general shapes. It doesn't have to be exactly the way I'm doing it. Like this. And we go up to there. And like we can see his ear here and some of his cheek on the side of his head. Right, so like, or like some of his chin and stuff. So say his ear, what we can see of it. So say like coming out this way, around, back around here. It's kind of drawn in, you know, the sort of animators or the manga artists' kind of style is like sketchy and stuff like that. So right, like that, and the hair sort of comes out from behind here, and it'll go back down like so. It's just like the back of his ear in there. Tricky to draw a character upside down. So then more hairline comes out here. Like so. Back around to there. And then his face comes out this side. Around like that. And then we have more hair spikes sort of sticking out this way. So, and maybe a couple more in here on top. Like that, and then like a couple of lines for his hair coming down here. And then on the end of each sort of hair spike, he has texture lines, right? So he's got like 2 or 3. Lines like this on the end of each one. that. Right, so then it's back, okay? So kind of like curves around here. So like the top of his back curves around like so. And then we have his shoulder here, one of them anyway, goes that way, right? And his other arm goes off straight this way, right? So it kind of goes like up to his sleeve. So like a little bump around here, right? Just all these random sort of bumps. And then I'll go around. And there's all lightning and stuff over these, so there's some tears and stuff. So we'll have to erase some of that when we draw the lightning, okay? So then the other arm, so it kind of goes up this way. And then the back of the arm, we'll put it here, a fold line. So going up to his elbow. His elbow goes down this way, bumping sort of down like that, okay? And he's holding the hilt of his sword in his hand here. So we've got like some tears and stuff on the bottom of his sleeve. And that comes around, roughly fold lines there, and it'll come back up into there, right? And then we can see the white of his sleeve in there. Might be some fold lines and things on these arms. Sorry for that. Hit my ring off the table. There. Like so. Right, so now his back, okay? So his back will go just before we do like the hands and stuff. So the back kind of goes off this way, down towards his elbow. Goes like there, and then spiking line there, down towards his elbow, right? We just get in kind of the main shapes first. Right, so then, like, so that's like his hand, and not his hand, his arms, his back, and all that kind of stuff. So then his white sleeve up here. And there's all torn, his kimono's all like torn, flying around behind him, alright? So what to do first is the question. Right, so I guess we'll do his hands and stuff, right? So we'll do his hand down here. So just comes out, and we can just see his knuckles, right? Sort of wrapped around the hilt of his sword. So we just go down. And the hands aren't drawn in great detail, but we'll just, this one kind of goes around the back. Of the hilt of his sword. Just there. Right, and then not the hilt, what is it called? Scabbard? Is that what it's called? You know, the sort of case that the sword goes into. Scabbard, I think it is. There's a hole sort of in there. Some lines on it like that, and then that like goes all the way back to like back here somewhere. real far back there, and then it curves the whole way down. Okay, so it's tricky now. So we're going back to there. Okay. Just sort of sketch it lightly, kind of to there. Right, now we'll try and just make a smooth line. Some lines going up like this. So, right, so then like his leg comes out this way, right? And we've got like some folds and stuff. He's got big baggy trousers, right? So it comes out like that first. Them in. A couple of folds, kind of look like mountains if you look at them that way. That kind of thing. And this comes around into here. Comes out around this way. A couple of fold lines and stuff. Like so. Right, so real baggy trousers now. Big leg. Foot comes out here, but we'll just do the other leg. The other knee anyway. Kind of up near his head. Comes out here, goes around. Like so. There's one of these bumps and stuff. So his knee here. And then it folds sort of back up into his groin sort of area there. And then joins together like that, right? So real baggy. So another fold line there, there. Right, so then his feet and his legs and stuff. So we've like the back of his calf coming out here, and this is like wrapped around, so it's like tied around his leg, right, and his calf. So it has these sort of ribbons tied to it, right? So they look kind of like this. From there. From there. Another one tied here. Another one, 3 of them, so another one here. Like so. And that goes up and across and down. So you kind of have this sort of area. It's got, you know, triangles and stuff on it, all inside here. Black. Right there, and then his foot comes out like so. And he seems to be missing his sandal on this foot, so it's like just his sock, so it's just like a foot shape. Comes out and down around. And so, like that. So his other foot's like in here, right? And this one has the sandal on it. So we've got like a couple of ribbons again. Like that. And then this comes out here. That kind of shape. And then a ribbon here. We can only see 2 of these ones. so. And then we have the orange part with the triangles that comes around here. This black leg just in that gap. So then his foot. So he's got like a sandal on this one, right? So it comes out up in the middle, that pointy part. So it's his heel, and then the sole of his foot comes around, and then this comes around to there, right? And then his toes, like inside here, kind of like that again. So that goes around. So this is his foot now. So this is the black part, and the white part, the sandal, is just here as well. So like the sandal has like a line coming around like that. And then we have the way the sandal is held onto his foot just here. Roughly like that. Okay, so we'll do the other hand, the sword, then the writing on his back, and then his torn kimono, and then we'll try and do that lightning, that tiger sort of lightning thing. So his other hand comes out here, then the other side that way, and then we do 4 knuckles again. 1, 2, 3. 4th, around there, and then this comes back like so, and this will go around the handle of his sword. So his thumb is like just wrapped around here. It's drawn fairly simply. It just goes around like this. That's it. I think he's got like all veins on him. Does he? It's like blood or veins. I'm not sure. They're all on his hand and stuff. So like kind of this kind of stuff. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be blood or veins or what. And on his face as well. Right, and then the handle of his sword up here. So yeah, so we've got like this sort of bumping section, like so. Kind of goes in behind his hand there. And then with the other side, so we'll go, yeah, there's like an inner line there. And then like the actual top of his sword, sort of there somewhere. Like a flower shape here. And then the sword will go curves out this way. Was off the top of my page. The other side here. Just sketch it lightly and then try and smoothen it up. So these are always like the hardest things to draw, because they have such a particular shape that if you get it wrong, you know, people see it straight away. So. Right, so sort of coming up his sword, then there's all this sort of lightning. And this is done in yellow, right? So I'll just do it in black for the time being, and we'll change the color later on. Right, and then like this side of his sword, is dark black and this is white. So the lightning kind of divides it down the middle. Okay, so there's like another section actually at the top of the hilt of his sword here, just around. So I'll just erase these when I, it's like the outside of it or something. Any lines for the sword inside there, I'll just erase them. Just to make it look a little bit 3D. Like so, right, so then the writing on his back, okay? So it's like done calligraphy, but it's got these sort of lines like so, okay? There's no real way of describing sort of the way they go, but they just sort of, you just kind of have to draw them as best you can. Curving going back that way. This is like a cross or something. I think it means Flaming Thunder God. I think that's why this move is kind of called Flaming Thunder God. Right, like that then. And then this comes around. Another one here. So there. There. Do. Is that part of it now or what? Right now, just there's some shapes here that I can't. That is arm. Is that part of the writing? I don't even know. Interesting. Okay, so there's like an extra blob here, and then there's a blob there. Right. So, okay, I think that's it. There's like another white area, but I don't know if it's part of his arm or. So I'll just leave that. So then, more stuff. Okay, so his torn sleeve and kimono and things, right? So let's say coming up from here, right? And if we draw over any parts of his arm, we can erase them and stuff. So, and we will draw over parts. So just, you can kind of go random with this. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular. Just all these sort of ripped fabric. That, and then go like this way then. Like something like the other side of this is in here. this, and then it kind of comes down over this shoulder then. Down to there, and then the other side is kind of like ripped and torn here. Down that way. There's a spiky area here. That, and then like another piece sticking off his arm here. This goes in like so. To here and then around, and then up around off my page up this way. Right, so then there could be a little one coming off his leg, just like here. There's like some ripped parts like floating in the air and things. Right, so on all of them then, there is triangles, basically, right? So, oh, there's like a gap inside here. So. Right, so basically, triangles all over, and then any bits of arm you need to erase over, you can do that as well. So, right, so like, just like this. You can do as much as you want. And we end this. Like so, and some on this as well. And here. And again, like any lines that are underneath for it, you can just erase them or color over them. So that's like for his body, you know, that come under the fabric that you shouldn't see. Right, so what's next? What do we gotta do next? All that lightning, right? Okay, so there's like he's like a lightning tiger. And he's done like real big dark lines and things. So some of it comes over Zenitsu's hand, right? So he's got like eyes and a nose and all this kind of stuff, right? So let's see. Beside like Zenitsu's hand, right, we'll do his eye. And it's all like this lightning sort of stuff. So all you're looking like jaggedy lines like that, right? And his other eye is like here beside his hand here, and the eye looks like it comes actually over Zenitsu's hand as well. So up to there, and then it goes like up and then down. There's all this lightning that goes behind. That, right? So these are his eyes, okay? And then he has like a dark section like around his eye. And I think in the manga they're sort of colored like darker orange around. And this one actually comes over Zenitsu's hand, right? He just kind of changed direction a lot. That seems to be the way he draws it. Right. Okay, and then so his nostrils, right? He's got like these nostrils here. Nostril here. That's like his face going this way. And then we have kind of like facial hair or something. Around this way, I'm just going to use like a thicker marker. It's done like real sketchy. It's kind of like drawn in like very sort of hairy, like this. It's done real quick. It looks like. And then his mouth comes down like so. He's got like a little beard or something. So that comes like real spiky. So this is done real quick. So you just kind of sketch it out and it goes up and behind then. Like so. And then up, down. Teeth, right? He's got some teeth, lightning teeth. So, and then like a tongue or something coming out here, and this is like all colored in black, it looks like. And then like some more sort of whiskers or something just there. Another lot coming off this way. Go off my page. It goes up around his head, up around his nose. in his eye that way. Some dark sections here. Boom. This goes all up then behind Zenitsu's sword. Off my page. More lightning lines there. Off up that way. Some like big piece of lightning going off here. Some of these lines are thinner than others. And then, so that goes back that way. This goes off the top of the page there, and then we have like the bottom of it, like down here. So it's like lightning in there, lightning all here, like lightning lines. Coming across here. So it's going all this way. Like so, and then behind his sword, the bottom of the tiger's sort of lightning style tail, down this way, behind his clothes, right? So it goes like, if you have more room in the top of your page, he's got like kind of all lightning going back that way as well, and like big sort of line there. It's like big, comes out this way. So, like, I know I'm not describing much, but it's just zigzag. It's just lightning, trying to make it look sort of zappy. Like, think sort of Pikachu's tail. Okay. Going off that way then. Yeah, and then like as much sort of this as you want. All around. So that's all like glowing yellow and stuff. That's it. That's how to draw Zenitsu's Flaming Thunder God. Hope it's helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.